Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a good week away. Today, we're going to dive into a little bit of winning the war with your mind and how to control it, how to think positive. There's a famous quote by Ed Lattimore: "Someone with half your IQ is making 10 times as you because they aren't smart enough to doubt themselves." This is how society thinks. Work hard and someone will notice you. Then you ask their permission to get a bonus or a promotion if you're lucky. Hard work doesn't make people rich. If it did, then my uncles and family, we would all have generational wealth. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. Following your curiosity is where wealth is found. It's how you unlock creativity, and that'll lead to you finding your obsession. People who aren't curious just do the same shit over and over each day, and they never get anywhere. Then they wonder why. Overly skeptical people never get wealthy, also known as people who think that everything's a scam. Society wants you to think that starting a business or marketing online is a scam, so you'll choose the default path of getting a job and you'll never follow your obsession. What you need to know is everyone's selling something. If you're not trying to sell yourself or your products, you're just doing it for somebody else. People without dreams and money are way easier to manipulate. Weak minds try an idea, they're skeptical of it one time, then they self-sabotage, and then they give up forever. Solution one is to stop being so skeptical of every opportunity. Solution two, when you try something risky and it doesn't work, have some balls and try it 100 more times. Personal beliefs are change if you're not careful. If you look closely, the keys to those chains are right there next to you. All you have to do is pick them up. If you start breaking your own beliefs, then you'll start reimagining your future. You should also be taking care of your health. Now that it's summer, it's really hot out, and I have the best electrolytes that you can put into your body. Backed by doctors. I spent 2 years reverse engineering all of the competitors in the space, and they all have 70% sugar or 90% salt with no nutritional value whatsoever. If you want to try them out, money back guarantee, try skymd.com, use Cody at checkout, save you a good discount. You need to reprogram your thought patterns. What's the biggest ROI on investment? It's pretty easy. It's improving yourself. Specifically your mindset. Yeah, it's a process for sure. It's a process of unlearning all of the thought patterns that kept you stuck or keep you stuck. For everyone, it's painful to reprogram the voice in our heads. Every time I had a meeting, I shared something or dreamt up something online, the voice in my head was, telling me that I was doing something wrong. I made a fool of myself. There's no way that I could do it. It'd be too hard. It's way too much work. I get those just like anybody else. But I started reprogramming that voice by acknowledging its existence, believing that I had the control to change it, shifting my negative thought into coaching myself. It's not perfect. It's never going to be. I'm never going to be. But it's 100% better than what it was. Get an accountability partner. Your mom, your spouse. It doesn't matter. When I start having those thoughts, I text them to my business coach and correct them. So it helps me pay attention to my thought process a lot more of exactly what I'm thinking about. And when you start doing that, you notice all the negative shit that you think about more often because you create a habit on, telling somebody else about it. And when you don't want those to keep going on and you want to fix them, you text them to somebody and then you learn how to correct it. You need to find a button. Somewhere within you, you have a button. When it gets pressed, things change. Your mindset goes from sluggish to Formula One driver in a blink of an eye. Things change, life change. Things change, life changes. You switch on. The secret to discover what presses that button, which people, which topics, which work, what times of the day. For me, it's working and being very active and healthy. There's nothing like feeling good every day. A clear mind to focus on exactly what I need to do to be successful and what I need to get done. I'm my best when I'm feeling lean, I'm eating clean, I'm reading, I'm journaling, and I'm building something. And, days on the golf course with the boys also help. But that's therapy to me. I need it. That's my obsession. And you need to find yours. You have to reimagine your future. Change what you have going on. Avoiding failure is like taking a journey across the country and avoiding every red light. It's impossible. Failure is necessary to learn. It's the emotion that we assign to it that makes it painful. What's needed is a shift in the emotion. Here's the thing. Most people fail and then they dwell and get sad and depressed and never want to do anything again and go back to their job that they were just miserable at, or go work at another job that they know that they're going to be miserable at. They sit worrying about what people think, about the fact that they, fell flat on their face. If you want to get ahead, reinvent how you think of failure. Failure is just a data point of how not to do certain things. Do that and waste no time dwelling, and you will grow. You will skyrocket. Just because you're doing something and you're failing, or you're trying something out and it's not working, that doesn't mean that you're a failure. You're just learning a bunch of ways that aren't fucking working. And you're learning something, so what's that mean? You're growing. You're learning lessons. It takes lessons to become better. Let me ask you this. What would you be doing if you had zero fear? What would you be doing today? Would you be at the same job? Would you be in the same relationship? Would you have the same friends? Highly unlikely. At least with the job. You could be happy with your spouse or your friend group or, whatever, but majority of society is miserable in their jobs and they would like to probably be doing something that they're passionate about. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it is. You can act with fear. Back in 2015, I had a meal prep company and I couldn't pay my rent because I decided to rent out a 300 square foot space for a retail store. I had no idea how I was going to make it work and wasn't sure if it was just a terrible decision. And I got to the point where my landlord at my apartment told me that he was going to evict me and put me out onto the street. And it was pretty tough to swallow, to say the least. There was a million thoughts that were running through my head on, what could happen to me. But for some reason I had a gut in my feeling that I needed to lease this store, and it was going to be a proponent for me to help grow and build the company. And if I got evicted, then so be it. I'd keep my clothes in my car. I would sleep on a cot in my store, and I'd shower early in the gyms before I opened the store. Once I sat down and really thought that could be a very good possibility, something just changed. Things started working a little bit more in my favor. I got a couple good breaks, and it really helped transpire negative beliefs, because I was accepting that I might have to live in that damn store, which is never a good thought, right? And then bartending at night as well. So accept that when you wish for big things, fear is a part of the journey. The most important realization is that fear isn't an indication to retract. It's a sign to act. You can feel fear and show up anyway. The biggest problem is your future problem. The biggest problem of a human being is that it's born to move, but it doesn't want to move. We love to sleep all day. We don't want to take any action. People read thousands of books. But when it comes to implementation, all the lessons leak away. the way to solve this laziness problem is by focusing on the future bad things and the consequences if you don't implement them. You may not know what you want in your life, and that's all right. It's a hard question. Sometimes I have second thoughts on what I want too. But I'm a builder. I like to take things from my brain and bring them to life so they can benefit other people's lives. This is just another chapter of what I'm doing, trying to help you guys online. Hopefully you guys can take words of wisdom from me, from things that I've learned and continue to learn to help fast track your path to happiness and what you want to do with your life. Like I said, you might not know what you want, but I guarantee you that you know exactly what you don't want in life. So what do you need to do to prevent that from happening? That's what you need to ask yourself. That's it for this week. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, and and sticking with me. If this helped you guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, tell a family member, be a friend, call your parents. Till next week, your Montana buddy.